Hey, it's Tara and it's time for Sunday Reads. This week I finished two books. I finished The Bulletcatcher's Daughter by Duncan and The Libriomancer by Jim C. Hines. They were both 3-star books for me, so, it was okay. But it was perfect because I really wanted some sort of just light reading, something entertaining and action-y. So in that respect, they were perfect for me. The Bulletcatcher's Daughter was about a young woman who has been exiled from her home country because a duke wanted to take her as his own, so he, bankrupted her father in order to get her signed over to him, basically, as his slave. So she, ran across the border. The technology, the steampunk aspect of it was okay. The steampunk isn't what ruled the story, but it was a major presence in it, and I thought it was an interesting story. It's the first in the Gaslit Empire, and I'm not sure that I'm going to continue the series because I thought the character development was weak and the world building was weak. But I will continue to look into the series. If it gets better, then I did enjoy the premise of the story and the idea of there being a sort of illusionist's Bible. So that part was really interesting. So I will look into the rest of the series to see if it gets better on the character building and world building fronts. And if so, I will maybe continue it, but I don't know yet. The other book was Jim C. Hines' The Libriomancer, which is about a world in which certain people can reach into books, all books, not just fantasy, but history and everything, and take objects out to use in the world. But it has to fit within, it has to fit through the pages, so it does limit things in that case. And it's based on, the ability to reach into a book is based on the popularity and how much people believe and love these stories or these histories. So the more books, the better. And I thought it was really interesting that Gutenberg, who invented the printing press, is the father of the Libriomancers, basically because he, I guess, sort of found the magic and wanted a way to bring it into the common world. So he invented the printing press so that more people could read more literary works. And he pulls the Holy Grail out of the Bible or something like that and uses it to, be forever, live forever. So I thought that was really interesting. The character building was okay. There were two main characters, a man and the Libriomancer, and a nymph who had been pulled from a story. And they had very distinct personalities, and I enjoyed that part. The world building was okay, and I thought that some of the trickier aspects of Libriomancy was fairly well explained, so I didn't have too much trouble believing any of that. But it does suffer a little bit in the action sequences, especially from the main character pushing too hard and overexerting themselves and going with too little sleep and things like that. And that is something that pulls me right out of a book because I don't like it at all when characters go beyond what I think is reasonable expectation for the human body to take, or mind. So when that happens, I usually start questioning the book. So it did suffer from that a bit, but overall I thought it was an interesting series, and I think that I would like to continue on with it, possibly. We'll see. I did read a couple of the short stories from the Rashomon short story collection, and they're interesting so far. The author is interested in questioning narrator reliability, and he's actually going against a really popular tradition in Japanese literature, which is the I stories, they call them, basically confessions and things like that. And he's really pushing against that in his works, and I can definitely tell that from his short stories. So I'm enjoying reading. It's, as I always say, Japanese literature takes a little getting used to because it's a whole different cultural mindset that I have to get into, especially considering it's from, like 100 years ago, or maybe not that. I don't know why I said 100 years ago. Maybe like 50 years ago. So yeah, anyways, I have to get into that frame of mind, and it's interesting. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope to finish it next week. Next week, I'd also like to start the first book in the Xenogenesis trilogy. I don't remember what the name of it is. Maybe Lilith's Brood? I don't know. By Octavia Butler, for our seasonal series book club that is run by Sabrina at Stakachino, and I will put a link in the thing So yeah, I'd like to start that this week. And I guess that about wraps it up for me. No tea today. I had Earl Grey earlier, but I have to go shopping. It's, you know, nothing exciting grocery shopping. But seriously, I have been super busy recently. I say this with an angry face, but I'm actually kind of happy about it. I'm fairly solitary, and I like to have a lot of me time. So I typically plan to only have things to do like 2 weekends out of a month, and when I do that, even just one day of the 2 days. But yesterday I was out from like noon to like 11 p.m. hanging out with a friend and then having my welcome dinner, and it was a lot of fun getting to know my coworkers, and especially after they got a little alcohol in them, so that was exciting. And tonight I will be going to a Jellyfish Flowers live show, and I'm really excited because I haven't seen them in like 6 months or something like that. So yeah, I'm excited. And actually that makes 2 because I went to a live show on Tuesday night as well. Normally I go to like 2 a month, 1 or 2 a month, but 2 in a week is definitely a record for me. So I will not be continuing this because it makes me very tired, and smoky. It smells smoky. I don't like that. But anyways, that is enough rambling. I hope that you have all enjoyed your weekends, and if they're not over, that you continue to enjoy them. Please have a great week, and I will probably upload an older video review of The Tao of Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, anyways, that's it. So, until next time.